Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Market Insights with Linux, or welcome to the channel as well if you're new. And welcome to this new update right here on Nvidia. I try to cover Nvidia at least once a week, and I will cover it more if there's any major news, if there's any major price action, like for example, end of August, still very, very far away. But then we have Nvidia earnings again. I usually make a video kind of doing a review of that and all the possibilities there as well. But for now, I mean, nothing special over the course of the last week has happened, except for the fact that Nvidia is now a $4 trillion stock. Although I must say, I'm actually not certain that it is at this point of time. You can see that the US market has just opened about 20 minutes ago, and it's trading a little bit lower than the spike. And I think with the spike that we made yesterday, we actually reached that 4 trillion. But let's just call it a $4 trillion stock. And outside of that, has been an amazing performer in the last 3 months. At this point of time, since the final bottom we made the 21st of April, it's up about 70%, which is absolutely ridiculous. Great, amazing company, right? Fundamentally, there's not much we need to talk about right now. I think it's quite clear why Nvidia has rallied like it did. I mean, obviously, there were some headwinds in the last couple of months. With a lot of the China revenue falling back and just in general the uncertainty. But in the end, if you compare Nvidia right now to other similar companies, I don't think there are similar companies at this point of time. Who knows? Maybe in the next 5 years, things can develop, things can evolve. But compared to similar companies, or at least companies in the same category, Nvidia is just the best. And then more recently, we've also gotten more updates and some more news and some more insights about Nvidia developing these really tailored to China chips, right? So chips that would bypass all the chip export curbs instituted by the United States government, which, I mean, that just opens up so much more revenue, and the revenue has continued to be great even when the Chinese market has fallen away partially. So fundamentally a huge fan. So, you know, the title of this video will probably be, should you sell Nvidia? In my opinion, no. I mean, obviously, look, technically some major resistance levels are coming up, and we will take a look at the technicals on the lower time frame in a moment. And there's definitely reasons to suspect a pullback coming. However, I don't see any other company which I would like to invest in as much as Nvidia. You know, should you sell right here? And should you time the market? In my opinion, look, if I talk about my experience as a trader, but more of an investor in stocks, I just don't think that's worth it. And at this point of time, even though there are reasons to suspect that we might have a pullback, I don't see any reasons to suspect that we're going to break this downtrend. Here on the higher time frames, you can see that Nvidia, since breaking above this high time frame relevant supply zone here between 150 and 147, I mean, we created a major imbalance. You can see we filled some of that, but we got a very good reaction from that. And if I look back to the volume during that breakout, even though it happened at the end of June, which is normally a very low volume environment and low volume market, volume was pretty good. So I have no reason to suspect that breakout is real. That is a very relevant breakout because that level was the top of the range we had from November 2024 until the end of February 2025. And since then, the price action has been very, very good. If you take a look at the lower time frames, look, the 7-day rolling VWAP is very often seen as a bullish line in the sand. We have not even touched that, right? And that is at that major level at 150 and 147. Which makes it, in my opinion, an amazing buy area, and that's definitely a buy area that I will be targeting, just to add to my Nvidia position. And we have never lost the 1 hour uptrend right here, which makes Nvidia stronger than the markets. Most of you already knew that, of course, but that's just great to see. And that has continued over the course of a day like yesterday, which was pretty good, but still major outperformance. I think we're nearing a major resistance level right here between 170 and 175, where we have a major high time frame trend line. Yeah, I know trend lines are a bit of a meme, but still they tend to work. And 175 is also a major psychological resistance level. So that is an area where I would say I think we're going to get a pullback, or I think it's likely. There's also still quite a lot of uncertainty regarding the worldwide economies with all these tariffs, etc. So that is also something fundamentally that can deliver that pullback. But ultimately, Nvidia looks good. Nvidia looks great. And that is, I think, what you need to know regarding it. So if you're interested in more Nvidia updates, consider subscribing, consider joining our free Telegram channel as well. But that's up to you. For now, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and bye.